Hi beauties! Today I wanted to do a full face Charlotte Tilbury. As you can see, I have quite a few products I'm going to be using and I will list them all. The first thing I'm going to start with is the Charlotte's Magic Cream. I got the small bottle of this because I wasn't sure if I would like it. If you've watched any of my videos, you will know that I'm very partial to the Bobbi Brown face base. This is a serum, however, and it is for younger looking miracle skin, and I've used it several times, but I'm not sure that I'm convinced it gives me miracle skin. I will say that this product does leave your skin nicely hydrated for makeup and prepped. The foundation that I have is the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and this is more like a skin tint, not necessarily a full coverage foundation. So what I like to do with this Hollywood filter is I like to apply it all over my face, and then I like to go in and spot conceal. So basically this formula is like a sheer CC cream, you know, like where we are just kind of evening out everything. Do you see how it kind of removes redness and adds a little bit of luminosity there? So it kind of, the coverage is very minimal. So just know that when you're buying this product that you are going to need concealer unless you have perfect skin. It's just giving a glow. It's just giving hydration. It's giving glass skin. Obviously, I can't just stop there though. So now I'm gonna go ahead and apply some of the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. This in combination with the Flawless Filter is really beautiful. I have my Angie Hot and Flashy A506 brush, concealer brush, that is just so nice and soft. And I'm just patting that in to where I need the coverage. So this concealer, I mean, the difference is pretty incredible. See, I have the blue cast. I have from my veins, I have a kind of a blue hue under my eyes, but with the concealer, it just knocks that right out and creates a really nice rested look. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit. I'm happy with that coverage. I don't try to cover everything and every imperfection, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of the highlight on my top of my cheeks. Keeping it nice and high. I'm just gonna pat it in. And this highlighter, I will say, you do have to kind of work into the skin a little bit more than other products, I would say, because if you don't, then you can be sort of left with some spots. I'm keeping the blush nice and high, and I am using my fingers to place it. I feel like it is the most natural way to get your creams blended. It doesn't disturb the layers underneath as much as a sponge will. I'm gonna take the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Powder, and that's really gonna help to get down some of the shine and make it look like I'm not wearing so much makeup. So I like to go in right under my eyes to kind of set my concealer. And don't worry about covering up your highlighter that you just put on your cheeks, because when you go in with your setting spray, the spray actually melts the powder and makes it look like your skin again. I don't have oily skin, but what I like to do is take just a thin layer of powder and kind of dab it all over my face, because I really want to seal that in. And when I go in with my bronzer, it won't create a lot of patchiness. I will say that this is not my favorite powder. And the reason I say that is because it seems a little bit too fine. Seems a little bit too sheer, or like if you want the shine to be gone here, you would have to apply too much. It doesn't take down the shine, which I think some people might like, but do you see what I mean about that highlighter as well? How it can be kind of patchy if you aren't careful. This is such a good value for bronzer, and I really do like it. Keeping that all in one spot here. I'm gonna kind of use that as my contour and my bronzer. One-step process, one step for a busy lifestyle. No shame in that game. That kind of warms everything up, but not in an orange way. Since I have been using this bronzer, I will, one thing I've noticed is that I have gotten a lot more acne. So just be aware of that. And I'm noticing that it's everywhere that I put my bronzer. So down on my chin right here, on my cheeks, and the side of my face. So this 3, that is where I'm getting my breakouts, even though I wash my face before I go to bed, and first thing when I get up in the morning, I'm still breaking out. And it's ever since I've been using this bronzer, which is unfortunate because I love it. So I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it. Next thing I'm gonna do is my brows. I've got this Micro Precision Tinted Brow Gel, the Legendary Brows, in the color Taupe. I have really been enjoying this. Obviously I love the Glossier Brow Flick, but for a really easy way to bulk up your lashes without having a lot of product sitting on your actual skin, this has been really nice. So this product kind of just clings to the hairs that you do have and emphasizes them. And it adds just a really nice pinch of color that gives you the more full look of, more full brows without a lot of effort. It's been really fun to play with. It's almost like a mascara for your brow hair. It's kind of what it is. It's just a mini mascara wand. Suppose if you got a black color, you could use this on your lower lashes to give them some definition instead of a mascara, but I'm sure that this is not waterproof because it comes off really nice and easy. And if you get it on your skin, you just take a Q-tip or even just your finger and it comes right off the skin. So it really does a good job sticking to just the hair. But look at the difference. It kind of just fills in any gaps. And you can kind of build it up as well if you need to in certain areas. So I'm going to grab a nice neutral color to start. I've noticed that with their eyeshadow palettes, they really gravitate towards that warm eye. Even their eyeliner pencil has a little bit of red in it. A little bit of warmth the brown almost looks like a red type of color. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit darker of a shade here. And blend it out. And where the eyeshadow meets, I'm just going to kind of bring down below my lash line on the bottom. Adding eyeshadow on the bottom can really help to make your eyes look bigger. And a warm color like this is really good for people who have blue or green eyes. It's going to really make your eyes pop. I'm going to go in with a super dark color and just really hug that crease. Now, I want to kind of elongate this area here. So I'm going to push some of that dark color up. I'll say that these eyeshadows don't blend together as well as, say, the Natasha Denona. Not at all. So I'm going to do a little eyeliner. Get down really close to the lash line. And don't be afraid to hug your lash line because that really does an amazing job making your lashes look full and thick. And so if you get your lashes done like me, you kind of just get your brush there and wiggle right next to the base of your lashes so that you're not actually disturbing your lashes, but you're kind of filling in the gaps in between lashes. Okay. And then I would take a Q-tip usually, or you can use a makeup wipe, and I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. So I'm going to just, remove some of the product. So just to create that nice sharp edge. And if you went up a little bit too high, you can kind of use that to diffuse it out a little bit as well. Or you can grab some more of that lighter color and kind of work it up. But I kind of like how that looks. I'm gonna do a little bit of a shimmer on my lid. I'm gonna put a little bit of a gold shimmer on the inner part of my mobile lid. I'm going to put a little bit of this in the inner corner. Okay, so I have self-tan on, so that's the reason that my skin on my chest is looking darker, so I just added a little bit more bronzer and a little bit more powder. The next thing I want to do is a little bit of mascara just on the bottom. Last thing I'm gonna do is a lip. I have my Lip Cheat lip liner in Iconic Nude. If you kind of open your mouth or even like smile when you put your lip liner on, it helps to tighten that lip so it's easier to line and stay right where you need to be, because it's easy to go down here, but that's not going to give you a very youthful look. That's just going to kind of drag your lip down. So on the inner corners, you want to stay with your lip shape, and then up at the top, it's okay to overline just a teeny bit, but you want to bring it back down to your corner. I like to smudge it out just a tiny bit. But this pencil does a really good job staying in place, and you won't have to reapply it much during your day. Maybe once after eating, or maybe once every like 6 hours after eating lunch or something like that. But for the most part, it stays. So the colors that I have in these mini tubes, I have Pillow Talk, which is a nice kind of mauve baby brownish with a touch of pink color. And then I have Pillow Talk 2, which I usually love. It's a darker, it doesn't actually look as dark as it does in the tube right here, but it is basically the color that I did for my liner, which might be a nice option. And then Walk of No Shame. That is more of like a dark red. That's a color I was thinking about doing today. And then it also comes with Red Carpet Red, which is a nice bright red. That might be nice too. I think I'm gonna do that Walk of No Shame. Yeah. And see how putting that concealer on really made my lipstick color pop? And the lip liner too. I'm just kind of building the color up so you can get an idea of how you could use this. I might take some of the Pillow Talk too, because it's got a little bit of brown in it. And mix them together. That's kind of the fun of makeup though. There really aren't any rules, right? I'm sure Charlotte Tilbury wouldn't want me to mix all of her lipsticks together to create a custom shade, but sometimes it's fun to do that. Take a little bit of the regular Pillow Talk too, just to double down. Pretty. But these are really fun. These are really fun to try. Her lipsticks are all very smooth and hydrating feeling. You could definitely go in with a gloss after that if you wanted to, if you like a more shiny lip. And I have the Pillow Talk 2 gloss. We could go in with a little bit of that right on top. Just in the middle. There we go. Now, last thing I would do is setting spray. So we don't want this look to go anywhere, especially the eyes. So we'll just do a little bit of the setting spray. And that is the finished look. All of Charlotte Tilbury products are very glowy, very dewy, but they don't feel greasy. Like this will not go anywhere. But you do have a very illuminating look. And I think that's what her products are made to do. I think that's kind of how they're designed to be, is that very healthy pinch of color. Very healthy, hydrated skin glow. And warm colors are definitely part of the repertoire. And so generally they are really pretty on every skin tone. If you didn't like this much shine, then I would just go in after the setting spray with a little bit more powder just to kind of tone it down. And sometimes I do that. But today I think I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna be glowy today. So if you like this look and you wanna follow me for more beauty tips and wanna see more of my content, I'm going to be making a video every Friday. I like to review the latest beauty products, and I'm frequently doing hauls to Sephora to try new products. So if you like that, then click subscribe and like my videos. All right, I'll see you in the next one.